Interviews.
Natalie Interviews. Natalie Interviews.
Natalie Interviews.
Hey everyone, it's Natalie here with NatalieInterviews.com, and we are back with Madisen Beaty. We're going to ask her some questions and fan questions that you guys sent in. So are you ready?
Yeah, I think we are. Hey guys.
So you have a new movie coming out called The Pregnancy Pact. Can you tell us about it?
Well, the Pregnancy Pact is actually based on the news reports that came out in June 2008 that 18 girls were pregnant in the same high school and that they had supposedly made a pact. I mean, it's a fictional telling of the news reports, and it's a really interesting story, and I think Lifetime takes on a really responsible view, and we're hoping that it'll hopefully raise awareness about teen pregnancy. Most teens don't really know how common it is, like 1 in 3, I think it's 1 in 3 teen girls will be pregnant or are pregnant, which is really shocking.
And what's your character? What is your part in the movie?
I play Sarah Dugan, who is sort of, she's like the last girl that you'd expect to get pregnant. She has great parents, and she has a really cool boyfriend, and what seems to be really good values, and then she ends up pregnant, and it's like, wait, what? You're supposed to be the sweet, innocent girl, and now you're pregnant. She's a victim of peer pressure, which is, very typical these days.
Yeah. So what was it like working with the rest of the cast? Because it was a big cast, and you guys seemed like you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was a blast. We have a really, really great, talented cast, and when you're filming for 5 weeks, almost every day with someone, then you really get to know them, and you develop this bond, and, you're seeing them every day, and you're working really long hours, and you're away from your family, you're away from your home and your friends, but then you're surrounded by all of these people that are all here to do something that they love, and to see everyone come together and bring what they have to the table, and I think you develop like a bond, like that, almost like a sister or brotherhood bond, because you go through everything together, and you might have ups and downs, and it might be really hard work, but you experienced it together. So it was cool. It was really cool.
Cool. And you were in a huge movie that came out about almost 2 years ago now, and it's one of my favorite movies. I cry every time I watch it. Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
So what was it like working on that film?
Amazing. It was the first thing I'd ever done, actually. I had just moved here from Colorado, and about 3 months later, I booked The Curious Case of Benjamin Button as young Daisy, and to walk onto this huge set, with all these big names, and Brad Pitt, and, David Fincher directing it, and Cate Blanchett, and the list goes on and on. It was a really big shock, and it was really cool. And we were filming in New Orleans, actually, and then to go back and film for Pregnancy Pact for 5 weeks, it was cool.
So what upcoming projects do you have in the works?
I'm actually going to be on an episode of iCarly. The episode's titled I Was a Pageant Girl, and I play Freddie's date, so it should be very interesting. It airs January 30th, I think. They keep changing the air dates around. It was originally supposed to air January 9th, but then Nickelodeon decided to change their schedule, so I think it's the 29th or the 30th, probably the 30th, but yeah.
And we'll have the link posted on our website, so look out for that. So we have a few fan questions from you that were sent in from Twitter.
Okay.
So Ashley wants to know, do you go to a regular school or are you homeschooled?
I'm actually homeschooled. It works well with my schedule, and a lot of times I'll be filming during the day, or I'll have an audition during the day, or interviews or whatever, and to be able to homeschool, and it really works. If I go to an audition during the day and then later come home and do school that night and work ahead and all of that, so.
Awesome. So Vanessa wants to know, what's your favorite memory from filming Benjamin Button?
My favorite memory? Oh, that's hard. That the first time I met Brad it was cool. He's Brad Pitt. He was actually, the first time I met him, he was aged and in all his makeup, and he looked like a 70-year-old man, which was really, really odd. So, but I came up and I go, hi, I'm Madisen, and I play young Daisy, and I hadn't really seen any of his work, but everyone kept saying, oh, when are you going to meet Brad? When are you going to meet Brad? And I knew that he was a big name. I didn't really see much of his stuff, so I was sort of just a little starstruck, and he was really cool. And, we talked for a long time, and he talked about his family, and that was a cool experience.
so much for talking with us today.
Sure. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the Pregnancy Pact also has a Twitter and a Facebook. Just Pregnancy Pact on Twitter and the Pregnancy Pact on Facebook. So be sure to check us out.
Yes, and be sure to also check out Madisen's new movie, The Pregnancy Pact, which is airing on Lifetime January 23rd, and it'll be airing all weekend and that Monday. So Brad Pitt,
Family.
Kate Blanchett,
Redhead.
Max Eric,
Jesse.
Michelle DeFreitas,
Tommy too, because I did an interview with him, with Michelle, and I don't know.
Natalie interviews.
This right here, right now.